Hi, I'm Sunday Velupek, and I'm from Laverne, California, and I chose the topic Creativity, Innovation, and Learning in Organizations. And I was grateful this is one of the topics because I feel like this is one that I was drawn to more and that I could work with. And so, kind of like I have a lot of weaknesses, but being creative isn't one of them, and I kind of owe that to my mom. She helped me be a more creative person. Like without her, I think I'd be a little bit more dull. But anyway, I'm gonna be an event coordinator when I grow up. So I say this is a big topic that I need to really understand and apply better into this career. So first of all, I made this little video. It's like super short, and I named it "What is an Organization?" And so here I'll play right here. I won't expand it out though because that messes me up. So that's my little film, little video. Sorry for that little bar that was in the middle. It was a free trial. But hopefully that gave you a little bit more insight into what an organization is. So kind of think of your organization or organizations that you're a part of. Like for me personally, I'm part of the Relief Society for the LDS Church. I'm part of the LDS Church. That's an organization in itself. I am part of the Velupek family organization. We're a pretty interesting one, and I go to BYU, Idaho, and I do an internship at the Chamber of Commerce in Idaho Falls. I am part of many organizations, as probably you are too. And if you can't think of one, think of just something that intrigues you. And as you're going through this, presentation, think about creativity, innovation, and learning and how they apply to that organization you're thinking of, and how you can apply those principles if you learn something new or how you've seen them applied before. And so here's a quote by Steve Jobs which says, "Without change, there is no innovation, creativity, or incentive for improvement. Those who initiate change will have a better opportunity to manage the change that is inevitable." So change is going to happen. That is just part of the world. We need to be willing to create and innovate and learn about it. And we have this perfect example of Steve Jobs. He used his knowledge. He created he probably went through the creative process, got him to innovate, and look where Apple is now. And we need to be understanding that maybe something that worked for our company for 20 something years is not going to work all of a sudden, and we have to come up with a new way to be successful in whatever organization we're a part of, whatever team we're a part of. And so the first principle I'm focusing on is learning. And yes, that's me when I was little. I was in kindergarten. And the knowledge I had then is different than the knowledge I have now. What I have now is more mature and it has gone through some processes and lots of school for sure. And so here's a quote: "There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure." Failure is such an important thing to learn from. Failure shouldn't hold us back, because we can learn from it, and it's okay to fail, because no, you're going to succeed, and that's part of learning. We need to have that knowledge and learn. So what does it mean to learn? So I did that typical thing of the Webster Dictionary, and I won't read every single definition. You can look at it for a moment, but I'll just focus on the first one. That's letter A: to gain knowledge or understanding of a skill by study, instruction, or experience. And so when we learn by studying or through instruction, whether it's through school or from work, we learn from others and we can have that knowledge in our brain. So when we have to be creative and innovate, we have that knowledge in there and we can build on it. And experiences as well. So learning in an organization, I grabbed these quotes from a couple different sources. And so innovation is based on knowledge. And so we need to we need to keep on expanding our knowledge. We need to read things that we don't normally read. We need to be willing to submit. Sorry, I'm plugging my computer in and went dim because it's gonna die. It wants to die. So we need to have experiences as well. And so as we're exposed to more experiences and exposed to more just things in life, we can use that knowledge to build on other principles. And so always be willing to experience new things. And then we gotta be willing to, obviously this is organization, so organizational learning, super important. I kind of think of it as team learning. We're working together. We have blocks. And we all have these blocks that we need to put together to create a building. And so we all need each other. We need each other's knowledge and experience. Like we've learned from class, I get confused between my two classes, but it applies to both, that it's okay to have experienced people and not so experienced people in that field. And maybe lean on the intern or ask the member who's been there for 40 plus years. So that's a couple of ideas. We have to have a diverse team to learn together. And then creativity. This is my niece when she was littler. Look how cute she is. Creativity is putting your imagination to work, and it's produced the most extraordinary results in human culture. Thank you for creativity, right? We can have such amazing things come from it, but we have to trust in people and what they say and in ourselves too. So it doesn't mean to be creative. So I also included the definition of creative and marked by the ability or power to create, given the creating. And notice it doesn't talk about how we have to be good at arts and crafts to be creative. We don't have to have glitter flying everywhere. We don't have to have our fingers burnt by hot glue guns. There's a talk later that will come up by President Uchtdorf, and we all, as humans, have within us that attribute to create. So having the quality of something created rather than imitated, something new. We gotta have something new sometimes. And so the importance of creativity in organization. So here are some quotes from sources as well. We need to be creative to be innovative. You can't get to innovation without the process of creativity. And it's important that we develop our creativity. We need that skill, I guess we can say, that big skill, that major skill, it says right there, to be creative. So we can provide to our team, to our organization, to our business ideas. And if you're stuck, find ways that will make you creative. Just write random words down. In one of my classes, we had basically the whole semester post-its were our friends, and we would just write things down, and we call it a brain dump, and then we'd all post on the board in the end. It was great. And then just don't be embarrassed to share your ideas. That could be what gets you that success. And then this last quote, creativity by individuals and teams is a starting point for innovation. The first is a necessary but not sufficient condition for the second. So creativity isn't enough, but you need it to innovate. And so that's where we come to innovation. Sorry, the end's kind of weird down there, but I'll explain the picture in a moment. Every once in a while, a new technology, an old problem, and a big idea turn into an innovation. You never know what's going to be that winner, what's going to bring us to that point of innovation. Share your ideas. Be creative. It's okay. If it's odd, just share it anyway. If it gets shot down, oh well, you shared it. Be proud of yourself. And so I picked this picture for innovation because no one actually took this picture. My friend and I, we went to take pictures on Easter, looking all nice with pretty scenery, but there's no one to take our picture of us together, so we had to use a self-timer, but we had to figure out, like, how we were going to take that picture, like, where we were going to set it. And so through ideas and stuff and trying different things and it failing and the phone falling over and whatnot, we finally were able to, like, put it on the car somehow. I don't know, we did something where we finally got this really good picture, one of my favorite pictures, so it's cute. So what does it mean to be innovative? So it says to introduce as or as if new. And then it says to effect a change in. And then to make changes or do something in a new way. And to do something in a new way, that's such a good perspective on innovate. That old isn't always the best. And I think of this little rhyme. It's like, make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other gold. Kind of applies with ideas too. Like, have new ideas, but keep the old. You can learn, like, from the old ideas. And that means with people too, because one's silver, the other gold. They're both really good ideas, but we need to innovate and try something new as well. Don't be afraid. I'm sorry, that didn't make a lot of sense. Sometimes things work in my brain that might not work as well. But yeah, innovation, build something new. Build that new building that's never beforehand been built that way. Maybe there's a new way of how it can be sturdier or how your team is going to function. Maybe bringing cookies every week is not going to make them happy anymore. They're going to need something more, like, we need variety, we need brownies, or what about salad? You don't know if they're craving something healthy that might make them happier and bring you the success you need. Kind of odd examples, but there you go. And then innovation and organization is super important as well. It says innovation can also help develop original concepts while giving the innovator a proactive, confident attitude to take risks and get things done. Take risks. Try something new. I know I said that, but try something new. Do something that's never been before done. And it's vital in your workplace. You need those new ideas, keep things fresh, keep things going. It keeps it exciting too, honestly. Like, how boring is it just to go to work and do the same 8 hours of work every day? Be innovative. And so it says when a company has an innovative culture, it'll grow easily. Despite that the creative process isn't always simple. It's not going to be easy, but totally worth it. You're going to fail sometimes. Your ideas aren't going to work, but test them anyway. Then you'll know if it'll actually work or not. And then here's this by President Uchtdorf. Okay. It's not going to work. So basically what President Uchtdorf is saying, I don't want to exit out of this because I don't want to mess it all up. It might not work for me. But that God is a God of compassion and he is a creator, and we have that within us too. We are destined to create, and we all have that within us to create something new. And we don't have to, this is me, my input, like, we don't have to be good at scrapbooking or canning things to be able to create. And so I'll never forget your destiny to be a creator. So in conclusion, here's the little creative process cycle thing I found, and it's kind of just a summary of what I talked about today. We need to have research, we need to have that knowledge, and we can, based on the knowledge that we have, but we need to learn new things. Then there's the creativity where we have the visions and the ideas and inspiration. We just think, we brainstorm, take those post-its, we brain dump. If you can't figure out how to be creative, try new things that may help your team be creative. If you guys are stuck, like I saw in a quiz for one of my classes, it was my 350 class, we're kind of like doing similar things that kind of coincide. It's like, get paper or something, get paper and crayons and have them doodle, write things down. and that could bring new things, and then it'll bring you to that design or that innovation. And so don't be afraid to fail, and don't be afraid to succeed. So thank you.